Welcome to another episode of The Bright Side, an impromptu vlog. We felt that we had to come here because we heard today, it was announced today, that Flambards behind us is closing.
That's Flambards right there.
It's closing permanently, and we just wanted to kind of come here and mark it. We were going to go,
We're
like...
devastated.
We are, I mean, we haven't told the kids, to be honest. We were going to come here at the very end of the season, but we kind of ran out of time.
Well, because we knew that Dairyland was closing, because that had been pre-announced.
That was pre-announced, so we went there. Yeah.
Because we wanted to capture that.
Yeah.
Thinking, well, I thought, maybe naively, that we probably had at least one more season out of Flambards.
I was very deep.
I know,
yeah.
We've talked about
we never really put it. We talked about it off camera. We never really talked about it on camera with you guys. But we were very, very dubious that. Well, I was. I mean, yeah.
My logic to getting one more season out of it was, although they had shut all their major thrill rides, they have replaced it with some dodgems and they put the plane ride in. So I thought, they're going to try and eke out one more season.
I don't know. Yeah, I think very has to be said, lack of investment, cheap second-hand rides that they would have just got from a fairground. I mean, like the stuff that they put in to replace the bigger rides. Sorry about the wind on the audio, by the way. We are kind of on a well, yeah, that's right. We just stood in the car. We don't really know how far. I mean, we don't want to venture in. I mean, there's going to be security cameras, so we don't want to get in trouble because well, I mean, I suppose ultimately we are on private property, but we didn't want to particularly intrude all the way down there. But it's just sad. We just felt that we had to come here and just kind of.
No, it was a big part of our childhoods.
Yeah.
A big part of our children's childhoods.
Yeah.
And you think for Cornwall, it was a big part of Cornwall. Cornwall was lost this weekend, Dairyland.
Yeah.
And now Flambards.
And now
and Dingles, which was Livingston, so just out.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's been a big weekend of loss for Cornwall. And Flambards is our local theme park. And so that's really sad, and it's the staff that I feel for.
It is. I feel for the staff. I feel for the local management and this, that, and the other. Because again, if you don't know, this place is owned by a bigger company. I think it's Livingston Leisure. I think that are. We'll confirm that. That are up the line, and I don't know. You hear all this stuff being batted about that. There's no point investing in Flambards because in the off season or quieter times nobody goes, none of the locals go. But then the reason why the locals don't go is because you haven't invested in this place. I mean, I've said a few times, if I was like a kooky millionaire, I would have bought this place. I would have loved to have bought this place.
We're halfway there, we're kooky.
But I mean, but it's just the thing. It needed a lot of TLC. It needed investment.
And actually, locals did come.
And locals did come.
And there was outrage in the summer when they had sold all of those season passes. They sold a lot of season passes, and then they got rid of loads of thrill rides.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was absolute outrage from the locals because actually they were investing in their park. They wanted to come regularly, bought their season tickets, only to find out halfway through the season that there's going to be no rides there.
Wind. Yeah, I mean, I heard two stories. I heard the fact that, I mean, obviously the official announcement was the fact that these rides were breaking down. They were going to need to be money to, to repair and blah blah blah. But then I heard on the grapevine that was non-official, so I'm not confirming any of this. But what I heard as well was that actually the parent company was just asset stripping Flambards in preparation to sell it. You can take that as you like. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing confirmed. I just want to point out that is just what I heard on the rumor mill. I don't know what a rumorville is, but rumor mill. That's what I heard on the rumor mill. That it was basically just being asset stripped in preparation for selling. I don't know, but the official line was that these the Hornet and stuff, they required heavy maintenance, a lot of investment, and the money, in inverted commas, wasn't there. I don't know. I mean, again, if they had invested in this place, I feel that the locals would not have rejected it, or got so peed off with it.
And the thing is, right now, the announcement only came out today.
Yeah. So as of the recording of this, it is November 4th, isn't it?
Yes. We don't know yet if things like the soft play is going to stay, because that used to
I believe that might be staying
that used to run
open.
as an independent business.
I believe it is, yeah.
So it might go back to being an independent business, but again, there was outrage at that, because for this season, the first season ever, that you had to have a season pass for Flambards to go to the soft play. So if you've got a little dink, you yourself have got to pay for entry to Flambards to take your little dink into the soft play, even though you're not going to go on any of the rides, and neither is your little dink.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's right.
just appalling, really.
Yeah.
And it's a massive soft play. The kids love it in there, and it, you know.
I mean, it's very sad. I mean, I feel, for me personally, the saddest thing about all of this is the Victorian Village, Britain and the Blitz, and the museum. I mean, that is going to have to all be.
Hopefully,
I hope.
Who's going to look after
Yeah,
it.
hopefully it gets sold on, and it goes somewhere. It stays intact, and it goes. You know, I mean, it's not going to stay in Cornwall. Let's face it. But no one's going to invest in it in Cornwall. So, but let's just hope that a bigger theme park further up the line might think, actually, this is lovely, which it is. Victorian Village is fantastic. So hopefully it does stay in one piece somewhere. And if that is the case, at the, you know, we will visit it. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt.
If we find out where it's going.
If we find out where it's going, we will visit it. I'm gonna have to put my arm down because my arm is really achy. So here we are, the very windswept, again, apologies on the audio, very windswept Flambards, what's that thing called? Car park. We've parked in there many times. Shelley's laughing at me at the back. It's a bit cold, actually. I'm a bit chittery. You must be, you've got, are you cold?
Yes.
I was going to say you must be cold. We've got a warming beverage here. But, I mean, ultimately, this is it. This is the last time, unless some miracle happens, this will be the last time that we are here. What a shame.
Come in the car.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, in the car now where it's a little bit warmer.
To be fair, it's November.
It is November, yes, November 4th. So yeah, anyway, yeah, we weren't shocked when we heard the news about Flambards, or as the kids called it, Flambandingos. Can we go to Flambandingos, they would say. But, you know,
sad.
It is sad. We don't know quite how to break it to them yet that Flambards is no more. It is sad. It did take us, like I said, it didn't take us by shock, but, you know, it's still, you just think, I don't know, it's Flambards, isn't it? It's always been there. Well,
by
like 50 years, near enough.
By announcing it in the way that they did, actually, they've taken away from a lot of people that opportunity to go and say goodbye. And I know that sounds a bit naff, but actually, for lots of people in Cornwall,
lots of people probably would have gone there for the last weekend.
Flambards was a big part of your childhood. Like, the Hornet was 30 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I've had friends when I've posted, you know, like, so the Bryce side, we've posted the info on our socials. So, like on our Facebook page, we've posted the little bit that Flambards have released. Or reposted it, whatever. And, you know, there were a few comments on that. And I mean, I know that, I mean, it might have been on my personal feed, I can't remember. But, I mean, someone from, like, Thailand, for goodness sake, who grew up here, you know, he was sad. And you just think that's sad. I mean, yeah, okay, granted, he lives halfway around the world, but actually,
like I said, we chose this weekend to go and say goodbye to Dairyland because we knew it was closing.
Yeah, we didn't have that opportunity.
And we chose that over coming here because we thought we might have a bit more chance.
But it's a shame, yeah. We
taken away from us.
It was taken away, and you know, I don't know. Sign of the times. I don't know. Sign of the times. I don't know.
So yeah, massive loss to Helston.
Yep.
A massive loss to the workforce here, who would have massively come from Helston and the surrounding areas.
And I think a big shout out to them. Lots of them have worked here for a long time. Used to be a family-owned theme park. It's been here for nearly 50 years.
And you know, we've got to know them over the years that we've been coming here, particularly as the channel, and they're lovely, lovely, lovely people. So, you know,
so a big hats off to the staff at Flambards. It is very sad. It does make me sad. I don't know how many times we can say that on camera, really, because I think people just generally know the fact that it's quite a sad thing. So a little impromptu video. Wow. That's it.
No more best day of the week.
No more best day of the week, that's right. Yeah, no more Victorian Village. That was my favourite bit.
No more Gus Honeybun.
I know, what are they going to do with Gus? Where's he going to go?
You'd have him,
okay, official
request.
Official request, if anyone from Flambards management is watching this, the Bryce side will happily house Gus Honeybun Oh, he's not in that little television thing
No,
anymore, is he? But
he
he was
was up in the
moved. He was
museum.
moved to a better. He was moved to where like the wedding dresses.
I'll take the wedding dresses too, to be honest.
But if you're giving stuff away, I'll find a place to put it somewhere. I'll have a Victorian village. We only live in a small terrace house, but I'll fit it in somewhere.
We'll figure it out.
But I'll gladly take Gus Honeybun off of your hands. Anyway, oh, I don't know. It's sad. We just wanted to come here and mark it. It would have been very remiss. We've been here a lot of times on the channel, and it would have been very remiss if we hadn't have come here. So we did just want to pop here, and that's
And say goodbye.
and that's pretty much it. So from us to you, cheers,
Cheers
and
and gone.